Hi all, welcome to the YouTube channel of Jyoti Engineering College. Today I am presenting a topic on hydraulic machines called Pelton turbine, and myself Harish Anvi, working in Mechatronics Engineering Department as Assistant Professor of Jyoti Engineering College, Cheruthurthi, Thrissur. So what's a turbine? It is a hydraulic machines which convert hydraulic energy into mechanical energy, and this mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy by using an electrical generator. So this is what is called hydroelectric power. Okay. Now the different impellers of a Pelton wheel as shown in the slide. So it will be having a lot of different bucket shaped vanes fitted around the periphery. Now this figure shows the hydroelectric power plant. So actually what is going to happen here is, from the reservoir through a dam, the water will be connected to the Pelton wheel, or rather the any type of turbine, through a penstock, and due to this turbine will rotate, so which in turn rotates the electrical generator, can be produce the electricity, and electricity can be distributed to different parts of the world. This is actually doing in a hydroelectric power plant. Now this is the hydroelectric power generation from the turbine to the generator. The generator will produce electrical energy, and thereby we can distribute this into a corresponding location. So this is what is called hydroelectric power generation. Now this is the layout of a hydroelectric power plant. From the reservoir through a dam, water is being conveyed through a penstock with some kind of valves and all to regulate the flow, and which in turn rotates the turbine. The turbine might be of Pelton wheel or Pelton turbine, or rather Francis or Kaplan like a reaction wheel, and this turbine rotates in turn the electrical generator, which is being coupled with the turbine, so which can be produce the current or electricity, and this electricity can be given to a transformer through some electrical cables and some transmission lines. This is actually doing or happening in a hydroelectric power plant. Now let us see what are the heads and efficiencies of a turbine. So the first one is called a gross head. It is a difference between head rise and tail rise level when no water is flowing. And next one is called net head or effective head. Head available at the turbine inlet when water is flowing through from head rise to tail rise. A loss of head due to friction between water and the penstock occurs, or H is equal to Hg minus Hf. This is what is called net head or effective head. Now Hf is called head loss due to friction between water and penstock, which can be found out by Darcy-Weisbach equation 4FL V square by 2GD. Okay. Now this is actually doing in a Pelton wheel or a Pelton turbine. The water will be connected or conveyed through a penstock, and that is allowed to strike on each and every buckets or vanes of the Pelton wheel, and that can be rotated and can produce the electrical energy or electricity. So here water power is rotated in the runner, which in turn rotates the shaft. Now what is hydraulic efficiency? The ratio of power given by the water to the runner of a turbine to the power supplied by the water at the inlet of the turbine is called hydraulic efficiency, or in altogether it can be known as hydraulic efficiency is the ratio of runner power to the water power. So where runner power is equal to W into VW1 plus VW2 into U divided by 1000 G in kilowatts for the Pelton wheel. Now for a radial flow turbine, the equation will be W into VW1 U1 plus VW2 U2 by G into 1000 in kilowatts for the radial flow turbine, where WP is the water power, which is equal to W into H by 1000 kilowatts. So weight can be equated to rho GQ into H by 1000 kilowatt. Okay. Now mechanical efficiency can be also called as shaft power to the runner power, and volumetric efficiency is the ratio of volume of water actually striking the runner to the volume of water supplied to the turbine, and overall efficiency is the ratio of shaft power to the water power, which can be rewritten as eta O or overall efficiency can be equated to eta m into eta V or mechanical efficiency into volumetric efficiency. The next one is called the classification of hydraulic turbines. According to the type of energy the turbine inlet, the turbine can be classified into two types, impulse turbine and reaction turbine. So, impulse means what? Energy available in the turbine inlet is kinetic energy, and but for the case of reaction turbine, water possesses kinetic energy as well as pressure energy at the turbine inlet. Now, tangential flow turbine, there water flows along the tangent of the runner, and radial flow turbine, water flows in the radial direction through the runner. Axial flow turbine, water flow through the runner in the direction parallel to the axis of rotation of the runner. Then mixed flow turbine, water flows through the runner in radial direction but leaves in the axial direction. Now, classification of hydroturbines can be again in the base of high head turbine, medium head turbine and low head turbine. Then according to the speed, low speed, medium specific speed and high specific speed. Now, let us see what is a Pelton wheel or Pelton turbine. So, this is used for high heads. It is a tangential flow impulse turbine. It is named after L.A. Pelton. So, water strikes the buckets along the tangent of the runner. Energy available at the inlet is kinetic energy, pressure at inlet and outlet of the turbine is atmospheric. So, water from the reservoir flows through the penstocks at the outlet of which nozzle is fitted, which increases the kinetic energy of the water flowing through the penstock. At the nozzle outlet, water comes out in the form of a jet and strikes the buckets or vanes of the runner. Important parts of a Pelton wheel are nozzle and flow regulating arrangement, runner and buckets, casing, braking jet. This is a very simple line sketch of a Pelton wheel, in which you can see that there is a penstock with a spear, and there is a rotating part is called a runner with the buckets and a braking nozzle. So, when the water is conveyed from the reservoir via a dam through a penstock, this water is allowed to strike on each and every vanes or buckets, so that the the shaft rotates. So, this rotation of the shafts constitutes the shaft which is being coupled to the electrical generator can also be started or rotated, which in turn produces the electricity. So, you can see there is a special device called spear. So, what is a spear? The spear is used to adjust the regulation of flow or the flow of water. So, if you want to get more flow, the spear can be adjusted to the back side, so that more opening or more area can be achieved, so that more quantity of water can be striked on the buckets. So, if it does not want that much flow, the spear has to be adjusted towards right side. So, the area will be decreased and the flow can be minimized. This is what is going to happen in a Pelton wheel. And at the top you can see that there is a brake nozzle, so which is being used to stop the turbine in an emergency situation. So, due to even if we stop the turbine due to inertia, the impeller or the runner will be rotating for some more time. So, that can be allowed once if we have a brake nozzle over the top of the turbine. So, now I am going to see some different photographic picture of a Pelton wheel. As you can see here, this is the Pelton wheel turbine with the two nozzles, and this is the actual one, and this is what is called the water is go from the what is called nozzle is going to strike on each and every buckets. This is the actual case, and in our Idukki dam the Pelton wheel is using, and this is the different parts of the picture of a Idukki hydroelectric power station, and this is the control room of Idukki. This is the access channel, turbine floor of Idukki, turbine runner assembly Idukki, and turbine generator coupling Idukki. Now, the final stage we can design a Pelton wheel. The following data has to be determined. First one is the diameter of the jet D, diameter of the wheel caps D, width of the buckets that can be given as 5 into diameter of the jet, and depth of buckets it is 1.2 into diameter of the jet, and number of buckets on the wheel. So,